Welcome, everybody. My name is Carolina Teasdale. I am a two-star crown in the company. I've been at Purium for almost 7 years. I can't even believe it's been that long. It feels like I joined yesterday. Time flies when you're doing good things, and I am so blessed and so honored to be here. I am also one of the FAB members. I've been part of the council of this company for almost 7 years in a row. So I love to be a voice for all of you guys and bring all of our ideas and innovations to our incredible owners and founders. They might name me. And I am so excited to talk about one of the most heartfelt, I would say, subjects when it comes into this business, which is, are we blocking our gifts? And all of us have incredible gifts. We have gifts that we can share with the products, with this business opportunity. And some of us are not doing so, or we have limiting beliefs, or we self-sabotage because we have all these limitations in our mind that are keeping us from stepping into our potential and into our power. So that is the topic of my presentation today. Let me see if I can share my screen. I prepare a presentation for you guys, and it's all about embracing your strength. Today, we're going to talk about leaning in what you naturally do. Your uniqueness is your power. And using that power to build this business is going to take you to crown. When I first started, I had so many limiting beliefs. Yo hablo español, soy argentina, es mi primera lengua. And when I joined this business, I didn't even know how to pronounce these ingredients. Okay, so I was like, how am I going to be selling a product I don't even know how to pronounce? I couldn't even pronounce Purium. Like, I couldn't do the R thing, the Purium. So I was a little stuck. And then I did some mind work, and I realized that if I want to be big, if I want to be a crown, I have to focus on my strengths, not my weaknesses. Okay, because a lot of us focus on our weaknesses instead of our strength, and we get stuck. And these strengths are the areas that they feel so natural to us that we don't even recognize, because we're so good at our strength, we don't even recognize them. We recognize the weaknesses, right? Because we're not good at them. But that growth happens outside of that comfort zone. That growth happens when you start saying the word that you can't pronounce, like glyphosate. I used to say glyphosate. I couldn't even pronounce it, right? So the growth happens when you say things out of your comfort zone and you do them anyways. And when you start sharing these gifts, you start having the results that you're dreaming about. And that strength is going to take you and your team to the next level. So I want you guys to take a minute and go grab pen and paper. Okay, because we are going to take a little quiz that I put together for you guys. So I want to give you 30 seconds so you can grab pen and paper. Trust me, you want to do this. Otherwise, you're going to feel a little lost to this training because you're not going to have a reference point of what is your gift. I'm going to help you identify your gift. And when you are crystal clear of what your gift is, you're going to be able to run all out. And nothing's going to stop you, because again, your uniqueness is your superpower, because no one is like Michelle. There's only one Michelle. No one's like Pamela. There's only one Pamela. There's only one Patty in this whole entire world. Okay? No one's like Janet. Everyone has a unique power, but you got to discover what that power is. You got to get that clarity of what is it that makes you so special in this whole entire universe. So you can use it, you can leverage. We're in the business of leveraging. So leverage your power. All right. So now that we grab pen and paper, before we actually start using that, I want you to start thinking, and I want you to share it in the chat. Actually, I'm going to open up my chat right now. And I want you to start sharing what are some gifts about this company, but more specifically about the products, right? Because we all know that our products are next level. So let's share in the chat some gifts about these products. They work, they're clean, they're organic, they're regenerative, they nourish your cells, high vibrational, they clean, no doubt, third tier testing, energy, dense nutrition, they're yummy, 100% guarantee, they transform, they're alkaline, they're pure, they remove glyphosate. quality, cellular goodness, pure, powerful, and accessible. They're delicious. You just add water. They're tested, they nourish, they're plastic free, they're affordable. There is an easy way to assure that you get great food. Power of nutrients, they're beautiful. I would say it's healthy fast food. What else, guys? What are some of these gifts about our products? They're priceless, easy nutrition, powerhouse and nutrients. They have real benefits. We're helping the planet by using them. Health insurance. I love that one. I always say this is health insurance. Life-changing. You trust it. They're safe. No one else has anything like it, right? Our uniqueness. Time freedom. Yummy salad in a cup. I like that. You can feel the difference. Can you guys read and hear all these gifts that these products give us? You see how powerful these gifts are? Gifts in our company, life-changing. They get delivered right to our door. That is the biggest blessing, that we get to have all of this nutrition delivered right to our door. They're convenient. You don't have to worry about what you're putting in your body. That is so true. Nowadays, you have to be a scientist with a PhD degree to buy a can of garbanzos at the store. So you have that freedom to eat these foods. I love that. The price, right? The investment, less than $14 a day. Can you guys get present for a moment with the gift that we have with our products? Have you realized that it truly is a gift to have these products to be sharing with the rest of the world that are looking for nutrient-dense foods, that are looking for convenience, that are looking for something delivered to their door, that is a powerhouse package with all the nutrients available, that are organic and premium? Now, I put a few of the benefits that I feel that they're gifts with our products. They're organic and pure, no fillers, no GMOs, no synthetic additives. Guys, take a screenshot, because these are the gifts that you have to share constantly. Gut and cellular health focus. There are so many companies out there that have 1,000 products. You don't even know where to start. And we make it so simple. We have a ULT lifestyle, a 90-day program that is guaranteed to change your life. Simplicity. These foods support our deep regeneration, our detox, our nourishment. We have one of the best visionaries and innovators as a founder. Dave Sandoval is always thinking of new ideas. We are the only company that has a medically proven solution to detoxify from glyphosate. Biomedic is something that everyone needs. Now we have our new product, Aqua Vibrance. We are leading the way. We are innovators. That is a gift, to be in a company where you are always excited of what's coming. I've never been so excited. I'm already thinking of what's the next product that Dave's going to design or formulate, right? We're always in this innovation phase. We have sustainability. We have plastic-free packaging. Guys, that is a gift. Someone mentioned it in the chat. The compostable package is a gift that we are giving the environment, because guess what? None of us can be healthier than the environment. Patty can be healthier than the oceans polluted with plastic. Pamela can be nourished as much as the soils are nourished, because our food is only as nourished as our soils. Our food is only as nourishment as the soils that they're grown on. Okay, we can't expect foods with a lot of nourishment if the soils are dead with pesticides and herbicides. So this is a gift that we have. And we have a transformational program, a ULT lifestyle. That is another gift. Drop a 1 in the chat if you were given this gift. I want to hear. I want to see if you were given this gift. It truly is a gift. And like I said, it's a gift that keeps on giving, because you have this gift to give it forward. I love that. So many of you guys were given this gift. It's so good. Okay, now I want to shift the focus, because we have more gifts in this company. And another gift that I absolutely loved, and my husband have always said, that this is our best product is the opportunity. So I want you guys to drop in the chat, what gift is this company giving with the business opportunity? Can you guys drop in the chat? What is the gift that we can give someone with the business? Freedom, 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 a lot of freedoms, time freedoms, location, financial freedom, hope, financial health, time and location freedom, money, money, freedom, freedom, empowerment, purpose, community, make money while you sleep, choice, because freedom is the ability to choose. And this business gives us choice. Residual income, unity, self-development, diversity, personal development, joy, happiness, helping others, peace of mind, impact, build wealth, service, financial health, friendships and community, support. Can you guys hear? Aren't those gifts? How many people in the world are looking for time freedom? How many people in the world are looking for financial health? Because financial health is just as important as physical health, because when we are stressed with financial health, we develop physical diseases. And most of our problems are financial. Most of the divorces in the United States are because of financial struggles. And we have a gift with this business. I love that. Leverage. That is truly a gift. Heart-centered money. The pure economy. We are changing people's lives. We're not working per hour or for somebody else to get rich. You're not trading your time for money. Can you guys get present for a moment about those gifts? Don't we have 1,000 gifts already to give to people? So I wrote down some of the gifts that I believe are very powerful in this company, like the low startup cost, the high potential. Guys, when I became an architect, just to get an IEN number for taxes, I had to pay over $1,000 to my accountant. And I wasn't even in business. I only had a tax ID so I could report potential earnings in the future. In most businesses, you're in a debt before you're in a profit. So the high potential of earning, the affordable entry point, people have to buy their transformation. They get to be in business and they get to be in a profit zone immediately. That's a gift. We can work from anywhere. I am in my house right now. I am not in my office. I used to drive an hour and a half to get to my office. I worked in Santa Monica by the beach, and I never got to go to the beach. I went to the beach every single day, but to go sit in an office with a tiny little window where I couldn't even see the sun. It was like a casino. I didn't even know if it was sunny outside, if it was dark outside. I worked over 80 hours a week as an architect. I was stressed. Now I get to work from anywhere. We have that freedom. That is a gift. We have simple and proven systems. We have step-by-step guidance. We have a fast start program. That is another gift. We have residual income and financial freedom. As a lot of you guys said, we can build a business that pays you beyond the hours that you have worked. I am still getting paid for customers that I brought into this company 6 years ago. I wish I was still getting paid for buildings that I designed 6 years ago. That residual income is a gift. And we have a purpose-driven opportunity. This business has given me more purpose than anything else that I have ever done in my life, because we can change people's lives. I love that. All right, now this is the questions that I'm going to be looking for your answers, because now I want you to share the gifts about you. I want you to share in the comments, in the chat. I want to share some of the gifts that you have, because we can identify the gifts about the business. We can identify gifts about the products. What about you? Come on, the chat's a little slow right now. Why is it so hard to identify your gift? Okay, leadership, well-spoken, communication, you care, you're versatile, you're loving, connection, balance, authentic, heart center. Sharon has a sense of humor. It's moving so fast. Angela, she is a great communicator. Maddie's the leader. Leslie's playful. Pamela's loving. Elizabeth is caring and sincere. Trudy is genuine. Anita is a server. She's a servant. Megan's empathic. Rebecca, report with others. Erin is a good friend. Leslie looks great. Erin and Angie are generous. Megan loves helping. I love this. Kimberly deeply cares about people. I know Kim, and I know she deeply cares about people. See how beautiful it is to identify people's gifts? Erin is, Dominique's a networker already. Megan loves helping. Marcy is contagious in a good way. I'm sure she has a magnetic energy. Tiffany is good at time management. Tosha is intuitive. Leslie is a connector. Michelle has a lot of living experience. Isn't this so beautiful? Doesn't it sound so good? It actually makes you smile when you read these comments, right? Well, guess what, guys? In network marketing, your gift is your superpower. Christine, your superpowers love networking. Rico, your superpower is helping others have true freedom. Tasha, your superpower is being intuitive. Leslie, your superpower is being a connector. Does it sound so beautiful? However, even though you can identify those gifts that you have you ever felt like you're holding yourself back in this business? Type a 2 in the chat if you feel like you hold yourself back in this business. It's a lot of us. I'm still holding back. I'm still doing the work. This is why I'm training you guys on this, because this is what I'm currently working on. So what a better opportunity to share what I'm learning. And this is what I have been working and overcoming, because all of us at some point feel like we're holding back. I love that. Look how many 2s are in the chat. And just be honest. And the truth is that we have been taught to focus on our weaknesses. And at the time that we have to share the gift of time freedom, on organic nutrition, of no income cap, the time that we have to share all of these gifts, we go into paralysis analysis because we start focusing on our weaknesses. Because everybody knows their weaknesses, but guess what? Our weaknesses do not take us anywhere. You're not going to go very far if you focus on your limitations. Many of us are suppressing our unique gifts because of doubt, because of fear, because of fear of judgment, because of external expectations. And here listed, and take a picture of this, because it's all about awareness. Transformation starts with awareness. You can't transform what you're not aware of. So if you can, to start to become aware, are you trying to fit in a mold? Are you trying to always be copying how others are marketing themselves or how others are leading, and you're not embracing your uniqueness? Some of the best leaders that I've ever met, they're wild. And I'm like, how does she have the courage to speak that way? How does she have the courage to dress that way? How does she have the courage to show up so authentically? And authenticity is the highest vibration, and authenticity is magnetic. But some of us have the fear of being seen. We're holding back from sharing our story, our struggles. We're holding back from sharing our success because of the fear of judgment. And we know that stories sell, facts tell. Maybe we have the doubt of our worth. Maybe we're not worth of doing this. As a matter of fact, when I started, a lot of my architect friends, they were talking to me, and they're like, why are you selling weight loss pills? And I'm like, I don't sell weight loss pills. I sell transformations. And they said, but you're an architect. You know nothing about nutrition. about numbers and structure and design and permits. What do you know about nutrition? And I said, people don't know how much you know until they know how much you care. Ultimately, people don't care how much you know. They only care about you caring for them and about you caring for what you are offering. And all of us have exactly what we believe we're worth. And that's another subject for another conversation. But a lot of us, we don't believe that we're worth of abundance. We're not worth of having a big team. We're not worth of even making a lot of money. And if we don't believe that we're worth it, we're never going to achieve it. Some of us are hesitant to share the business because we feel like we're bothering people instead of seeing it as a gift. You're not bothering people, you're giving a gift. Change the story and your reality will change. Perfectionism prison. That was a prison that I had to get myself out of, because if it wasn't perfect, if I didn't say it, if I didn't say glyphosate how it was supposed to, if I didn't learn about the ingredients of the products, if I didn't try the product, like all these limitations, all of this, I'm trying to be perfect, find the perfect words, find the perfect timing. I'll talk to her when the timing is right, and then she signed up by somebody else because they had the courage to talk to them faster, because you were in paralysis analysis, doubting yourself and overthinking and waiting for the perfect time. This is what's holding us from sharing the gifts that we have. The fear of judgment, worrying about our family or friends are going to think. Lack of confidence in the business model. Is this an MLM? So many people have said no to me because it's an MLM. And they don't even know the most beautiful things about MLM. So it's the lack of confidence in the business model are holding us from sharing this gift. We're hiding behind social media. We're posting. We're not actually starting real conversations. We're not actually connecting. It's like we're posting, hoping something sticks without actually being social. Social media is about being social. If you're posting and you're not being social, you're not sharing the gift of who you are. And then lastly is ignoring your own transformation, becoming the product of the product, leading by example, not living the lifestyle that you promote. Makes it harder for you to be authentic. If you don't consume these superfoods, if you don't have the power shake, if you don't have the aminos, if you don't do the ULT, if you don't live the lifestyle, how can you share it authentically? It's really hard to give something that you don't have. So now we're going to need our pen and paper, because we are going to discover your gift. And I'm going to help you through asking you some questions, what your gifts are, because a lot of us have more than one gift. So I don't want you guys to only stick to one thing. A lot of us have many, many different gifts. And I want you to walk out of this call today with some clarity of what your strength is. Because what's the saying? Energy goes where focus goes with energy flows, or something like that. Somebody put it in the chat. But if you focus on your strength, you're going to be channeling that energy and that focus on your strength, and that's going to become magnetizing. So question number one, and I want you to this question honestly. No one's going to look at your answers. You don't have to post them in the chat. You don't have to post them on Instagram. They could be on your desk forever and ever. No one's going to see it. So make sure that you're super mega authentic with yourself. And at the end, you're going to count your points, and I'm going to tell you what they mean. So the first question, okay, I want you to pick what resonates with you the most. A, I deeply understand and connect with people's emotions. If you're a Pisces, it's probably a yes. Okay. If you're a Cancer, this is probably a yes. B, I naturally attract and energize people with my presence. This might be you. It might not be you. And don't worry if it's not you. You're going to find your unique gift. C, I take action and stay present no matter what. Do you take action? You stay present no matter what? And D, I'm driven by purpose and I want to make a real impact. Write down the letter. You don't need to write down the whole thing. Maybe it's A and B, maybe you're A and C, maybe A and D. Okay, so write down the number 1 and then the letters that correspond if they are a good fit for you. You can choose them all if you're all of them. Okay, if you're all of them, A, B, C, D, write those down. Write the ones that apply. Are we good for the next one? Thumbs up, somebody? Yes? Okay, Michelle says next. Okay, let's go next. All right, this part 2. These questions are about communication and connection. This is how you relate to others. So A, I make people feel heard and understood. This is not me at all. I understand half of the things people say to me most of the time. That's why I have my husband raw all the time. What did he say? What did he say? What did he say? Because I'm working on listening better. I think it's a language barrier. I speak multiple languages, so it's sometimes I hear differently. B, I inspire people through my energy and storytelling. I inspire people through my energy and storytelling. C, I prefer to be direct and strategic when communicating. That's always me. I'm always so direct that sometimes I think I'm mean because I say things exactly how they are all the time. So I'm definitely a C. And D, I bring people together and I create a sense of community. I bring people together and create a sense of community. So pick the ones that you can identify yourself with. It can be all of them, it can be half of them. I think for me, 2 of them. For me is C and D. I'm C and D. All right, part 3. This is about business and strategy, and this is how you approach success. A, I lead from the heart and build relationships first. I lead from the heart and build relationships first. How many of us were vomit when we meet somebody? I always say, give it at least 10 minutes. Ask questions for at least 10 minutes before you share Purium, because we're so excited about share Purium. We meet somebody anywhere and we're immediately sharing Purium. So who here likes building relationships first? Now B, I thrive on sharing my vision and exciting others. B, I thrive on sharing my vision and exciting others. That's definitely me. As soon as I'm excited about something, I share it to everyone. Now C, I take action quickly and focus on results. Is that you? You're told something by your upline and you're immediately getting on the phone call, you're immediately sending a text, you're immediately inviting somebody, you're not in the paralysis analysis, you're taking action now. Is that you? Otherwise, you're a C. And D, I focus on the bigger mission and help others succeed. Is that you? Do you focus on the bigger mission and helping others succeed? Figure it out if you're A, B, C, D, or all of them. But be honest, no one's going to see your results. All right, and now part 4, purpose and motivation. What drives you at Purium? A, I want to help people feel seen, heard, and valued. Is that you? You want to help people feel seen, heard, and valued? Maybe it's not you right now. Maybe you're aiming to be that person one day. So be honest. Who are you right now? B, I love speaking, inspiring, and sharing my passion. That's definitely me. I talk in my dreams. I talk in bed. I talk all the time. My husband is like, please, we're sleeping. I love talking, inspiring, and sharing my passion. Be honest. C, I enjoy achieving goals and building a business that lasts. Are you the goal achiever that sets those milestones and you want to build that business that lasts? I personally don't function without goals. If I don't have goals, I completely waste my time. And D, I want to create a legacy and impact generations. Do you want to change the world? Do you want to leave this planet better than we found it for future generations to come? Do you want to change the lineage, the financial lineage of your whole entire life, your generations, your past, your future, everyone? Do you want to create that legacy? Not only financially, but with mindset as well. Your children, your grandchildren, having that powerful mindset. Do you want to create that legacy? Is that you? So pick your A, B, C, or D. And now I want you to start counting how many A's you have, how many B's you have, how many C's, and how many D's. So take a minute, count how many A's, how many B's, C's, and D's. Once we have a clear amount of letters, it was okay if you pick more than one. Yes, you can pick more than one each time. Okay. And now we're going to rate ourselves. Who here had mostly A's? Drop it in the chat if you have mostly A's. Janelle says me. Erin says me. Gleneth, Kyla, Martha, Julie, Cynthia, Sue, Terry, Sharon. Wow, so many of you guys. Look, Becky, Maddie. So if you have mostly A's, you are a heart-centered leader. You lead with connection. You lead with empathy. You lead with trust. That is essential for you. That is your gift. Your personality is your gift. Who you are is a gift because you lead with the heart. You lead with the trust. If you have mostly B's, drop in the chat if you have mostly B's. Kim had 4 B's. Joseph had 4 B's and 4 A's. You can be multiple, okay? You don't only have to be a heart-centered leader. You can also be a heart-centered, great communicator leader. Melissa, Suze, Kimberly, Angela, Rita, Autumn. Oh, Autumn is the B. I love it. So if you have more B's, you're a magnetic communicator. Your words, your energy, and your presence attracts people to you. And communication and connection is your gift. I want you to really get present with what your gift is so you can enhance it. Now let's do the C's. Drop a C in the chat if you are an action-oriented strategist. That's definitely me. I am an action-oriented strategist. I'm an architect by heart. I love to focus on execution, results, and consistency. I see that. Amber, I know Amber. Amber is an engineer, of course, right? Doesn't it make sense? And Amber is an engineer. Lenore, Christine, Kimberly, Katie, Melissa, Beatriz, Becca, Angie, And you guys can see like what's your main dominant gift. And then all the other gifts, they're still gifts, they're not strengths, but they're not weaknesses, but they're still strengths. And lastly, drop a D in the chat if you're an impact-driven visionary. If vision is your gift, if you're motivated by purpose, by the big picture, by thinking and long-term transformation, purpose-driven gift. Wow, I think D wins so many Ds. We're all here for purpose. We're all here to change the world and change our lives. Wow, so many Ds. I love it. Great. So let's talk about them very quickly. No, we don't have that much time, but let's get more present with these traits. So for all of you guys that got the A, the personal gift, these are your superpowers. Take a screenshot of this. If your power, it's your love, it's your heart-centered personality, it's your trust, because empathy is a gift. Deeply understanding and connecting with people's struggles, asking the questions. We have heard many other crowns do the presentation about the ULT. How's your sleep? How's your energy levels? How's your digestion? Asking the question, really connecting with people and their pains and their struggles. And because you're a heart-centered leader, you show up authentic, you show up real, the unfiltered you build trust by being you. There are so many people that want to be like you. Resilience, you don't give up. Guys, in this photo right here, sitting next to Kelly, we were at a chiropractic center. I drove about an hour and a half stuck in traffic, and we had a happy hour. And everybody that showed up was a brand partner. So we had no guests, only brand partners. And I was so proud of all of us for showing up, but we had no guests. And I'm like, okay, we have to present to some prospects. So what are we going to do? We went live. We put our cell phones and we went live. And now we had 2 people here, 3 people here, 4 people here, and we did a big live. And somebody connected on Zoom and we figured it out. We didn't give up by the challenge of nobody showing up. We went live. So it's that resilience. It's just doing the work. I'm sharing on the top photo superfoods that I know nothing about. I didn't even know the ingredients of the Power Shake, and I'm serving samples of Power Shake. We have a transformation book. You don't need to know the ingredients of the Power Shake. If they ask you what are the ingredients, you say, here they are. Open your binder and show them the list of ingredients. You see how when you become resilient, you are stepping in your gift, in your power. The optimism, when you see possibilities with others see obstacles. That's what leaders do. We solve problems. And the bigger the problem, the bigger the paycheck. That's what crowns make a lot of money, because they're solving hundreds of problems every day. That's what we do most of the day, solve problems. The order's not working, the system is not working, the credit cards decline, they say no, right? Like all of these problems that we're always solving. The courage, the intuition. When you have a gut feeling, are you listening to the no's or are you listening to your knowing? Write that down. Are you listening to the no's or are you listening to your knowing? Because when you know that you have a gift, when you know that this is going to change their life, you don't listen to the no. You listen to your knowing, and that no becomes a no yet. And eventually that no becomes a yes. For those of you that are great communicators, I remember Autumn, you are a great communicator. That is your gift. Storytelling. I know there are so many crowns that are great at sharing stories. All they do is share stories, and that is their gift, is the communication, the connection. They can make people feel and relate. Oh, you're a mom? Let me share a story. Can I share a story with a mom of 5 that is doing this business, having success? Oh, you have Hashimoto's? Let me share a story. My girlfriend just got in such a positive regenerative state with her Hashimoto's and her Crohn's, like sharing stories. If that is your gift, make sure you take a photo of this so you get very, very clear. You're a great listener. You break down in a way that inspires action. Guys, I've been working on this myself. Like I try to explain it in a bazillion ways and they don't get it. And I'm like, okay, maybe this is not my gift. I'm going to go focus on another gift, because if I keep on focusing on my weakness, I'm going to get discouraged. Does that make sense? This is why I'm spending so much time talking about the strength and not the weaknesses, right? Because this is kind of, who talks about their strengths, right? We all talk about the broken parts of us that need to be fixed. Okay, I got to work on this. I got to get it better on this. I have to fix this, right? I have to learn this. I should, all the shoulds. But what if you change that I could if I really want to? I could be a better speaker if I want to. Do I want to? Honestly, no. Right? And then focus on those strengths. The persuasion, the humor. Guys, I am not a funny person. I tried to be funny because some of the leaders that I follow, that I absolutely love, are so funny. And I tried to even replicate their jokes, and it just doesn't work because I am not a funny person. So I'm not going to try to be funny. You guys see, when you are authentic to you, it's just you release so much pressure from yourself that you have to perform, that you have to do something. And the beauty about network marketing is that you get to find people that complement you. If I am not good at speaking, I'm going to go recruit somebody that is great at speaking so they can complement me. I don't have to become better at speaking. I just got to find somebody else that is better at speaking than me. If I don't do social media, I'm going to go find a social media influencer. Business and strategy. And this is my favorite one because this is what I can identify myself the most. Visionary thinking, seeing the bigger picture, staying focused on the mission, being an action taker. Don't overthink it. That's something about me. I don't overthink anything. And I think that's because I got to crown, because I was ignorance on fire. I wasn't overthinking. Okay. So not overthinking can actually bring you a lot of success. Just do what you're told to do. Just follow your uplines. Wisdom. Mentors are shortcuts. Your mentor probably has done and said the things that you're saying and doing, and it didn't work. So be that action taker, but don't overthink it. Don't go into paralysis analysis. A lot of us get caught up in the learning and not in the doing. Okay. The truth is that the learning happens in the doing. You don't need to learn before do. You learn as you go. Problem solving, strategic planning. Plan, do, review. Plan something, do it, review it. If it didn't work out, drop it. Move on. Plan, do, review. Plan, do, review. You don't have to be stuck with the same idea, with the same strategy for a very long period of time. Because what works for me might not work for you because you're a different human being. Where works for you might not work for your upline or your downline. Mary Beth said in a training, it's not what works for you, but what works for many. That really stuck to me from her training. Be able to adapt. When I joined this company, we had a 40-day cleanse, then a 30-day cleanse, then a 90-day cleanse. The name changed, like everything changed. Guess what? Leaders adapt. We transform. We mutate really fast. And the faster you let go and the faster you adapt, the faster you're going to get into momentum. So don't get caught up on things, on words, on what people said, on the no, on the rejection. Don't get caught up. Just move on. And guys, you can get better at all of these gifts. You can have gifts from every single category. Okay. And be a servant leader. Lift others and help them grow. I love this part. I love to see my team transform and flourish and see the beauty in them and see their strength and see their power. And I love to say that if you can do it, I can do it too. But the only way for your team and your prospects to see that and to say that if you can do it, I can do it, only is going to happen if you share yourself authentically. Because if you're keeping your struggles and your success in private, no one's going to be able to relate to them. And I know most of us are purpose driven, and that is our gift because we're in a purpose driven company. This, I'm sure all 185 people right now are purpose driven. We desire to help others. Our heart is in changing people's lives. We are committed to taking care of the environment. We're committed to long-term success. We're not here for a quick fix. We're not here to have a six-pack in 30 days. We're here to have a lifelong transformation, a permanent, lasting change. But the more that we resist the pain and the change, the more that we are going to be stuck in the struggle bus. Don't resist the change. Let it go. Move on. Listen to your upline. And your upline is not perfect either. They're learning with you. We are all in the same journey. Become a role model. The only way to do that is by doing what you said, what you tell people to do. If you want people to enroll, they have to see you enrolling. If you want people to have UBTs or sell ULTs, you have to do it too, because it is energy and it is karma. Everything comes back to us. Freedom seekers, health transformation, being generous, teach people for free on social media. We have product education every single Wednesday. We learn stuff. We learn things. Be generous. Share it. Share the information with the world. Pass the gift forward. Gratitude, belief in people. That's what we do as leaders. We see potential in people before they can even see it for themselves. We see greatness in people before they can see their greatness. And guess what? Everybody has the potential to be a crown. Everybody has the potential to be a royal crown. Now, do they want to? Is the question. Because they need to want it, 51%. And as I'm wrapping up today on this presentation, I want you guys to share with me in the chat, what gifts can you bring to your Purium business now after this training? What is the gift that you want to bring into your Purium business? If you guys can share in the chat. Fire, confidence in who I am, not holding back. I love that. What else, guys? Being a heart-centered, purpose-driven leader, not overthinking. I love that one's my favorite. Heart-centered, authenticity, better communicator, generosity, authenticity, just doing it, showing up, following through, get my stories together, pivot, authenticity, creativity, and leaning into optimism, authentic connection, don't overthink it, confidence in the lifestyle and authentically sharing it, just being me. Yes, we're going to post the slides later. No, get caught up in the no. Yes, don't listen to the no, listen to your knowings. Be generous, hope, action. I love this, remain in my knowing. I love my magnetism to shine with others, just do it, free expression, care. I want you guys to commit to that. I want you to commit to one thing. You don't have to commit to all of them or half of them. Just pick one thing. Maybe it's consistency. Maybe it's showing up every single day. Maybe it's drinking your power shake every day. Maybe it's asking a few questions about people's lives and being interested. Gratitude and mindset in abundance. Confidence and action, consistency. Also show my conviction, my action. I love that. That sounds really beautiful. I'm so glad that you guys are having some takeaways of this. And lastly, what can you do to implement your unique gift? Because now you know that you want to be more consistent. Now you know you want to have more confidence or have freedom of speech or expression. Now you know that you want to be more authentic, but what can you do to implement it? Can you guys share in the chat? What are you going to do? I want an action step. And I want you to share so other people can also relate. I'll give you guys some examples. Maybe you focus on more conversations. Maybe you start leading with your story. You start sharing your struggles. Maybe you offer more support to your clients. More in-person events. I love that, Beth. Get out in the community and build real relationships. Yes, continue to share in a way that feel authentic to me, not trying to copy others. Originality and authenticity. More conversations, ask more questions, more presentations and conversations. Don't be shy, share the business. Show up with purpose and talk to more people. I love that. Show up with confidence. Use your voice. Our voice can be somebody's medicine. Somebody is waiting for you, what you have to say. Share stories. We have an amazing Wednesday call with Amy where we hear all the testimonials. Share the stories. Maybe be consistent in social media. People need to see you and hear you more often. Create engaging conversations. Go live on Instagram or Facebook, TikTok, YouTube, whatever platform you use. Share your passion for what you do. Share the gifts. Host Zooms or invite to Zoom. Maybe your crown does a weekly ULT presentation. Maybe you need to set goals, create simple duplicatable systems. Focus on income producing activities, lead by example, take action. Yes, share your energy. Love without being afraid. Love, show enthusiasm. I love that. So that's all I have for you guys today. I hope that this can help you and give you a little bit of energy and push you to take action and be out of your comfort zone this week and weeks to come. So you can start showing up authentically. And in that authenticity, again, is your superpower, is magnetic. And the more authentic that you are, the more permission that you're giving others to also be authentic. And the more burnable that you are, the more burnable people are going to be with you. You know, when you start crying, somebody else starts crying, so you give them permission. When you start talking about your pain points, you give them permission to talk about their pain points. It comes from inside. We are constantly attracting who we are. So if you have limiting beliefs about this company, if you have limiting beliefs or uncertainty about the gifts that we have, guess who you are going to attract? Somebody just like you. Somebody with the same exact limiting belief, somebody with the same exact doubts. If you start focusing on your strengths and your gifts, you're going to be attracting people that have those gifts. And that's the people that you want in your team. So thank you so much, everybody. Again, my name is Carolina Teasdale. This training will be recorded and posted in puriumbusiness.com. So make sure that you go and watch the replay. It's also being live streamed in Facebook. So if you want to watch the slides or read the slides one more time, you can go to Facebook right now. Purium Business is our Facebook group. And then you can watch the replay right away because it's live as we speak. So you don't have to wait a second and you can go find it on your own. So thank you so much for being here. We are going to meet again tomorrow for Products and Passion with Dave. So don't miss the call. It's at 4 p.m. Pacific, 7 p.m. Eastern every single week. And we'll see you soon at convention. I can't wait to meet you all and give you a hug. And I can't wait to hear your gifts. And feel your gifts, because you can feel someone's gift when you meet them, right? Your energy introduces you before you speak. So make sure that you really embrace that energy of your gift. Thank you, everybody. Mwah. Love you all, and we'll see you very soon. Buenas noches a todos. También tenemos el entrenamiento en español, así que si hablan español o tienen brand partners en español, invítelos a la llamada. Lucy Maces hace esa llamada sagrada, nunca falta, haya 1, 2 personas, 10 personas, ella siempre está ahí. Así que asegúrense de que se metan a la llamada a apoyar a Lucy Maces. Ella es mi upline. So thank you guys very much. We do have a call in Spanish every Thursday, so make sure you join Lucy and support her. Besitos a todos. Buenas noches. Buenas noches.